go.
You asking where we been, huh? I don't know where to begin, huh? All this dirt on my skin. I just came here to win.
Alright guys, so with Mike here, down at In2Performance. I'm going to train some legs today. Just going through some warm-ups now. The biggest thing with me I found with my training hasn't progressed, hasn't got stronger, started moving more weight, was if I don't spend the time going through these movements, and they're specific movements designed to what inhibits my movement or what inhibits my training, if that makes sense. So over time I've developed that if my hips, ankles are tight and glutes are tight, then my knees get hammered. So the more time I spend going through these movements, the better my training is. So it does take 5-10 minutes consistently before your training, but it's boring as fuck. But if you spend that time there, it's going to enhance your training more than any supplement out there will. So take the time to learn your body. If something hurts, doesn't mean you need to stop doing that movement, but it does mean that you need to address what's inhibiting that movement or mobility. So warming up now. I keep things pretty simple with my training these days. I believe in progressive overload with weight load and also with volume. So we're going to hit 2 squat movements. Most likely going to show you guys the Rogers pendulum squat, which is unique only here to In2Performance. Probably a 5X hack for some fun. And then we're going to do some leg extensions and leg curls. So really simple, probably 4 movements plus some calves before we start. But intensity is going to be high. So the key here is, guys, don't have to do a million movements every single session. The temptation is always to do more. It doesn't mean that it's better. So if you can hit 3 to 4 movements on most of your sessions with a high intensity, that's all it needs. That's all you need.
Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Man so tough, but lines keep walking. Just too sharp with the prize. White girls let it talk.
So again, guys, one of my favorite machines in the gym is the adduction machine. If your gym has one, use it. I don't necessarily overload this, but I do use it just to fill the outside and inside of my legs with blood. Again, lots more blood there in the legs. I mean, when I move on to my main movements, they feel lubed up, ready to go. All the blood's there waiting to work. So I'll generally do superset this, 20 reps on the adduction, 20 reps on the abduction, 3 times, three rounds through. And like I said, I'm just aiming to fill up the outside of my leg and the glutes, and then the inside of my legs.
Shakes up in the sleeve. One wrong move, I'ma let out the big shoes, check out the crease. Blow like I'm Bigfoot, step on the beat. Make a man's run till he step out the cleats. When the whole place scream, gotta get out the. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise.
So guys, with the way this machine loads, you see there's 2 load arms. Basically, if you load it from the lower arm, it's going to put more of the weight at the top of the movement. If you load it from the top arm, it's going to put more weight at the bottom of the movement. So depending on where you're strongest, you can adjust the profile to match your strength curve, which means essentially making the rep equally as hard all the way top to bottom. I'm going to load it fairly even today. I don't really notice any weakness in my squat, essentially. Maybe a touch weaker at the very, very bottom because I like to go deep. But again, I'm going to see how it feels and load it fairly even top to bottom.
Stop that. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise. Can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Lines keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. Let the girl tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Act like fire.
Last set here, pendulum. We did 360 kg for 14, a couple of force reps. We've done 2 320 kg for 15 each. One more at 320 for 15 again. These are technically some back offsets. But the thing is now, really fatigued. The attraction is to say, oh, it's okay to get 12, it's okay to get 13, it's okay to get 14, you know. Technically I'm training by myself, but what it takes, I believe, to achieve your best is to push yourself when you think no one else is watching. So no matter what here on this final set, last set, it shouldn't be your best set because you should have fucking failed to fatigue in the first sets, but the last set should be your best effort. Your last set is when you reach inside. It's the last round. It's the final 100 meters. It's the last fucking roll of the dice. This is your last chance to be remembered. So I approach this last set like it's my last call out on stage. This is my chance to shine, to set myself apart. The difference between first and second, that's this final set. Woo!
Stop that. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise. Can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Lines keep walking. Just too sharp with the prize. Tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like butter on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution.
No matter how heavy you lift it, always put your fucking weights back. Always.
Put them in the dirt, say it again, man, and that's a reverse.
Some cues here, guys. The cues are hips down, aggressive acceleration through the movement, catch at the top, and lower slowly under control, full range. Okay, keep your hips down the whole time. If you can, subconsciously lift your knees at the top of the movement. It'll help you to keep your knees down and you lower back out of it.
Never rehearse, jumping in first. Call up the nurse, put the beat in the hearse. This is absurd, take to preserve. Don't get on the tracks, man, and they better swerve. Don't got a nerve, man, I never curse. Just casting these spells when I'm spelling these words. That's real, that's too real. I've been Roosevelt, I need a new deal. Trying to figure out what I should do still. I'm really never waiting here too still. I don't even know what I should say at all. Should I jump on in? Should I get involved? God surround me, they love to talk. I take it all with a grain of salt. This work that I'm doing, they never see through it. And all of this rap that I see that they ruin. I came in the game and I'm trying to undo it. And still they all say they don't know if the shoe fit. I gotta see through it, man, won't be deluded. With all these illusions, I know it's disputed. I gotta keep going, they see what my
cues here for the leg extension. Full range of motion. No stopping halfway. Also, hips back and down. So for guys, when you're on stage, think about like a front relax or front shot where you're pulling your hips back to try and show your rec fem at the top. Same with ladies, think top of the quad. Pull your hips back and down, and the top, flex the top of your quad, your rec fem, this area, up towards the roof. Lower slowly.
I just did a 24 song in a bed, in a building, they already know my name. At the show, she gon' want a picture, she can hang. Just to tell a friend, OBS. I shoot my shot with this gold on my wrist while we throwing the parties, they throwing the fit. Go finesse, can spot me a sucker, a lot of you.
Right guys, so I'll take you through a set of hack squat now to finish. Hack squat, Cybex is my favourite hack squat. Just the angle, the full position, the way it moves, the bearings, the structure, everything about it. Very little pressure, foot all in the knees, full range of motion. And the angle means, you know, like 3-4 plates aside, and this is really hard. I know some hacks out there, you can load up like pre-core, low Watson, you can load up 8 plates at nothing, but this is true hack squat, if you ask me. So, we're gonna hack squat with our foot position low, fairly close, but not too close. That depends on your natural width for your clavicles. When you come all the way down, ass to grass, got to keep our back and ass pressed into the pad at all times. The bottom of the movement, we're gonna let our heels naturally come up a little bit and then push through our toes and heels down as we stand up. Don't be too fixated with heels down. If you do, you put a lot of pressure on your knees. So let the heels move up a little bit naturally. I like to do it barefoot, but again, everyone's different.
That fear to the blows, boy, James Burke. Side stepping on the shades, see the footwork. I'm trying to be about his fitness, but still they want me in the kitchen with the baking soda whipping. The thought of Louis so offensive, cause my guy, he gave his body just to pull me out the trenches. Hold up, wait. If I never see a million or the recognition, but I see the finish. Look, they're the greatest when they losing, gotta keep on shooting even when you're missing. Yeah, now focus on the past while living for the day was never recommended. Reppin' VA, Tony Bennett, his kingdom can never be bought cause it's given and I live that.
We out.